Sue rode her bike along a cycle path. She started her ride at 12 o'clock. The graph shows information about her cycle ride. Okay, so here's the velocity here. She's starting at 12. By considering every half hour of Sue's cycle ride, use trapezium rule to calculate an estimate for the total distance. So remember, on a VT graph, right? I say VT velocity, right? Time graph. That's why it's VT velocity time. The area, okay, area represents the distance travelled. Okay, so that's why they say use a trapezium rule to work out the distance. And it says half an hour period, so we need to draw trapeziums essentially every half an hour. Okay, so it's nicely here drawn out for us. The times and the scale. For the first 2 hours, so let's see, make sure that, yeah, that's the first 2 hours there, so we can stop at 2 o'clock. So with the trapeziums, I like to sort of finish them off as well to show that they are really trapeziums. So we join these tops up here. Okay, and we're then going to call them 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can work out the area of each of them. So area 1. And if you look at one, you know it's a triangle, looks like a triangle, but we can still use the trapezium formula, and that is given to us on page 2. So half, in this case, A is just 0, B is 8, okay? Times then the distance between them. Now, we put this as 0.5, yeah? So be careful with that there, in terms of hours. We need to put that, not 30 minutes. Okay, that is really important. The reason why I know I got to put 0.5 is because if you look at the axes here, can you see it says kilometers per hour? That's the speed they've said there. Okay, so per hour means we need to have our time, thinking of our times in terms of hours. So don't put 30 minutes, put it as like half an hour. So we've got that there. So we work this out. We've got half times 8, well, maybe write that as a fraction, might be better, times half. So half times 8 is 4, times half is 2. Okay, so we've got that there. Area 2, so we've got half, so your A is 8, and then this side here is represented to B, okay, because remember now trapezium, these are the parallel sides, so B then is 11. That's 11, isn't it? Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, and then you've got to times it by a half again. Okay, so that would be a half times 19 times a half. Okay, so a half times 19 is 9.5. Okay, and then a half of times that by a half, so 9.5 times that by half, and that would be 4.75. Okay, so we can do this without a calculator. Just got to think a little bit more about it. So area 3 then, half, that would be 11, plus then this, which is 9 times a half. So that'd be half times 20 times a half. Half times 20 is 10, times half is 5. And area 4, half, that's 11. That there is 7 times a half, so it'll be half times 18 times a half. Half times 18 is 9, times half is 4.5. So all you've got to do then is add these together, right? To get the total distance, and the distance will be in kilometers. Remember, go back to this, you know it's kilometers per hour. Okay, so add these together, and you get 16.25, I think. Okay, so double check that as our answer, and we're done.